made it. We made it, everyone. We are here in one of America's famous rivers, the Rio Grande River. Fun fact about the Rio Grande River is that it starts in the south part of Colorado in the San Juan Mountains, and it stretches approximately 1,900 miles to the Gulf of Mexico in the Matamoros-Brownsville border. We're here in Stark County, Roma, Texas. This has got to be one of my most favorite places to fish because it's not far from my backyard. It's a beautiful place. Not many know what the Rio Grande has to offer. From its pristine waters to its most beautiful nature, what more can you ask for? Not to mention the fisheries that it holds, man. This place holds a special place in my heart. I love it. Today, we're gonna be fishing for largemouth bass. We're gonna be fishing with ultralight rods, LCD 956 custom rods. We're gonna put them to the test for bass fishing on the kayak. I'm gonna show you the different rigs that we're gonna use in the setups and techniques to help you catch some bass one day if you're trying to do the same as myself. We're gonna do a catch, clean, and cook episode. We're gonna try to make that happen for you all. I'm gonna try to get some bass. I'm gonna harvest them the best way that I can possibly harvest them to have that fish at its best quality. And I'm gonna share one of my special recipes for you all today. So welcome aboard. Join me on this episode of Los Canaleros del 956. Let's do some fishing, everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna try to pull something out of these stones. These stones are famous to hold a lot of fish. All these type of stones that you see around this river, there's little caves in the bottom, and there's big fish that love to hide under these little caves. So we're gonna try to concentrate in this area, and we're gonna try to pull something out. Hopefully we can pull a big fish out of here. See if my calculations are correct. See if my theory works, right? See if I still got it. You want to hit as close as you can to those rocks. Literally. You want to aim as close as you can to the edge of those rocks. Sometimes they might not hit it right away, and they'll follow it. They'll chase this bait far enough and then hit it. Yep, told you. Told you. Oh, yes. That's a nice fish. I told you. Look at that. Oh, he came off. But we got him on camera. He came off. That would have been a good bass. He was easily 5 pounds. Oh my God. Oh, sometimes you only get one chance like that in these rocks. Sometimes you get more, but we'll see. Oh, man, that was a nice fish. Bass are tricky. I feel that I should have probably kept my rod tip down instead of letting him jump. That was a beautiful fish. Sometimes you only get that one chance around these rocks, but exactly what I said is exactly what happened. All right, so I'm gonna set up this Googan bait right here. This is basically a plastic worm, and I'm gonna set up this Googan bait just to have another type of setup ready to rock and roll in case I want to switch it up a little bit. If the topwater is not working, I'm gonna have this worm on a Texas rig. I believe this is about a 3/4 ounce bullet sinker, and this is your worm hook. And I'm just gonna have it ready just in case I want to use it. Let me see how it's casting. Same thing, you want to hit the edges. And on these baits, I've noticed that when I pop it and I drop it, is when I get the most hits. Pop and drop. Let me just make sure my drag's good. We want to hit the edges all the time. These bass are always going to be around the edges. The good thing about this bait compared to my top water is that this one's going to be able to come at the bottom of the water column, and it can target any fish that's deeper in the bottom, rather than trying to make them hit the top water coming up. Some fish don't want to come up. Some fish want to feed at the bottom. There's all types of fish feeding. Some want to feed at the top, some want to feed at the bottom. So you have to be prepared for both. And the good thing about the worm is that you can target the drop-offs, where the shallow starts to drop off to the deeper end. You can target that water column, and there's always gonna be potential fish there on the drop-offs. Something's over there, but I think that was a fish that splashed over there. It wasn't anything that I want. It's probably like a pleco or something, aka mudsucker or algae eater. So on my worm, I like to do a slow retrieve up and down, slow retrieve up and down, slow retrieve up and down. I'm gonna cast my worm towards the rocks over there, and then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna concentrate on my top water. And after this little area right here where the stones are, it's a famous area for gar to be rolling. There's always gar rolling there. Maybe we can catch a gar there. Who knows? Or maybe we can force feed a gar there with a bow. So I'm gonna get close to these stones a little bit. I'm gonna kind of sneak up on them, stealth up a little bit, and I'm gonna try to get something out of there. Let's see if we can be successful. I'm gonna start from out here, so I don't spook them, and I can use my top water in case I want to, because I like using my top water a lot. But we're gonna use a worm. Perfect. See, my kayak is moving fast, and I'm not liking that. Moving super fast with the wind. Come on, baby. I hate that how my kayak gets out of position. Kind of messes up my whole game plan. But we'll get it, no big deal. We'll get it, no big deal. Gives me a chance to... Okay, there's a lot of algae down there. And the cause of that is because that weight's a little heavy. So, if I let it fall all the way down, it's gonna catch algae. Not what I wanted, but we'll try it. Oh, I'm in good position right here. I'm in a good position to concentrate in this area. Okay. I'm gonna throw one cast towards these rocks, and we're gonna see if we can pull something out of these rocks with the worm. Before I got so addicted to topwater fishing for bass, this was my go-to. Your plastic worm on a Texas rig was basically my go-to. It's always been successful for me when that's all I used to use. So I used to work all the time. And even then it still works for me at times here. The topwater is just my #1 go-to in these areas. And we're positioned just perfect to hit those rocks. So if this doesn't work right here with this worm, we are going to use the topwater. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I think the topwater just makes more noise and it just pisses off the fish more. And seems to work. So let's try it. See if we can pull anything out of this area. And I'm gonna keep it to my left, closer to the rock. I'm gonna keep it closer to the rock. Right there in that little area. And I'm just gonna get closer and closer to the rocks on every cast. My kayak is floating too fast towards those rocks. So I gotta catch something quick before I get too close. See, right there, right in the edges. Oh, we're on. I'm gonna keep my rod tip down this time because I lost a fish on the last one. I don't want that fish to jump. Come on, baby. Keep my rod tip down. Oh yeah. Oh, he wants to jump. I don't want to let him jump. Get him a little tired. I didn't bring my net, so it's gonna be a little challenge to land this fish. We got him. Woo, baby! We got him, baby. Look at that. Look at that beautiful fish, man. This is gonna be a good fish to harvest. It's gonna be a beautiful fish to harvest to show you a special recipe that I wanna share with you all. Woo, baby! Told you, I knew I was gonna pull something out of those rocks. Let me put them on my stringer and hopefully harvest a couple more bass. I don't want to harvest too much. I don't know who's gonna join us on the bass to eat, but I want to make sure I have enough, and at the same time I want to make sure I don't pull too many out of this water. Although this water holds tons of fish, unlimited resource of bass, we're going to try to just get what we need. This is the Rio Grande River for y'all, right on the Mexican-American border. Woo, baby. So as we're getting closer to the rafts, we got a couple more nice areas to potentially catch a fish, man. It's been a pretty good day. You know, I got a nice 5-6 pound bass that came off at first that you all saw, and then I got a nice little 2-3 pounder, which is nice and healthy, good for our cooking. So we're gonna concentrate on these rocks real quick and see if I can pull something out of these rocks before we head on to the rafts. There's a lot of bass here. You just gotta piss them off enough to make them hit this top water. But there's a lot of fish in this water. This water is infested. So what I like about these topwater lures here, since it's very clear water and you got a lot of structure areas that you can cast, it's very simple. It's a straight retrieve, and there's no more satisfying feeling than watching something hit that top water. That blow up is just amazing, you know. That's the best feeling. That's why I like using these type of baits, because I like to witness those blow-ups when those fish hit those hard baits on the top of the water. It's just a very nice scene and feeling. So that's why I like using these type of baits here. All right, so I'm getting closer to the rafts, and it's very shallow, so I had to pick up my drive and just pull through. I'm gonna have to pull through this shallow area all the way to where I want to go. We're gonna go hit up some honey holes. You know how I like to call them, honey holes. Some good areas that we're gonna catch some bass out there. But in order to do that, we gotta walk it. I'm hoping to find my my custom rod that I lost in the water when I flipped over. I found it. Look, talking about it, guys. Look, is it? Could it be it? Yes, baby. Oh, and I snapped it. Fuck. It wasn't even snapped, and I snapped it. Look, look, look what I just got. Oh man. It was already real fragile, everybody. It wasn't gonna make it, but that's crazy. Woo! Damn. What reel is this? It's the Vanford. But guess what? I got my titanium guides that we're gonna salvage. Haha! I found it. Woo, baby. All right, so this is a quick little update. And the reason why I'm laughing is because this is what occurs, this is what happens here in the Rio Grande River. Stuff like this, you know, you see people trying to cross on rafts. Unfortunately, I'm not law enforcement. It's out of my control, and they don't bother you. These people that are trying to cross the border, they do not bother you, so don't bother them. Don't try to be a hero at times. Just let them do their thing. But a quick update of what's going on. We already traveled about 3 miles upstream. We've been slowly hitting these little spots. The river is a little low, so it's a little challenging, but we're gonna make it happen. We already have one fish on the stringer, and we're gonna make it happen for you all. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna eat some ceviche out here in the freaking beautiful river. Look at this setup right here. It's lunchtime. I'm gonna serve myself some ceviche. This is a tostada. This fish that I have right here, it's a mixture of redfish with speckled trout from our South Texas bays out of the Gulf of Mexico. So we're enjoying some delicious ceviche right here in the center point of Mexico and the United States of America. We're enjoying our day. So we're gonna hustle a little more for the fish. We're gonna get some more bass, because this episode must be completed with a catch, clean, cook. Can't ask for a better day. Stay tuned. Let's get us some more fish. Damn, what a beautiful day. Woo! Everyone, we did it. We did it again. We came, we caught, we had a very good day. I caught a nice fish. This bass was close to 6 pounds. Let me show you the big one that we got. Check out this bass right here. I left him on a stringer and I left him alive because I wanted to show you all this moment right here. This was today's personal best. He's still kicking and screaming. And then we're gonna harvest these 3 over here. Here's 2. We're gonna harvest these 2. And we're gonna harvest this one, all right? We let go of other bass that were about 15, 16 inches that were legal, but I only kept the ones that I wanted to eat. And I kept the chunkier ones, and I kept this big one. But what I'm gonna do with this big one right here, we're gonna release it, and we're gonna let it live and fight another day, and potentially bring us a lot more fish to catch for the future. So join me on releasing this beautiful fish. Come on, girl, you got this. There she goes, everybody. That's the way she goes. All right. So these fish are still alive, and I'm gonna take advantage that it's still alive so I can bleed out the fish. I'm basically gonna degut it here in the water. This one right here, I'm gonna degut this one. And I'm gonna bleed him out that right now that he's alive, so the meat can be nice and white and the quality can be excellent. So I took out the insides, and if you can see, it's bleeding out. That's what we want. We want to bleed out that fish so the meat can be very nice and white. I'm just trying to see how I'm going to cook the fish so I know how I'm going to want to clean them. For now, I'm just going to take out those gills. Everything's going back into the water. You know, other fish will eat this, so it won't go to waste. We took out the gills, and it's this. So this fish is already kind of bled out. I'm not gonna show all the fish process, just showing you this one for now, and then we'll see how we clean it up to cook it up. Right, so we've released the beast, and we're gonna go. I promise a catch, clean, and cook episode. We're gonna keep our promise, okay? Except it's getting a little late to barbecue the way that I wanted to do it. I was gonna barbecue it. It's getting a little late, so we're gonna go over to my friend Cesar's restaurant, the Black Pearl, and we're gonna go cook it up in his kitchen. So join us for what's up to come next, everyone. All right, everybody, so we made it to Cesar's restaurant. For the ones that seen our videos in the past, that's Mr. Cesar over here. For the ones that haven't seen his videos in the past, he's a good friend of mine. We're out here in El Garceño, Texas, in Stark County. We're here at his restaurant. We're in the back area because we're gonna make a little bit of mess, and I don't wanna make a mess in his kitchen. So I'm gonna start descaling these real quick, and we're gonna whole fry these, and then we're gonna go inside and I'm gonna fillet the other fish. And we're gonna kind of cook different ways and different styles out here so we can feast and show you all our recipes and all that good stuff, man. Cesar, thanks for having us again here. Let's start cleaning some fish. So on this one, I have a serrated knife that I took from his kitchen. So, and look how wonderful it works. So I'm just gonna clean one for you all, the one that we're gonna leave whole fried, and the rest of them we're not gonna demonstrate because it's gonna be the same thing, and I don't wanna bore y'all to death. I just wanna kind of get to the point and show y'all how easy and simple it is. If you have a serrated knife like this one, it'll descale these fish very easily. Bass have very tender scales. It's nothing too serious. It's not like super rough and tough and all that stuff. So see, very simple. I'm gonna descale it, make a little bit of mess here on Cesar's beautiful table that he has going on. He's building this area out here, and I think he's gonna cook out here in the back whenever he wants to cook out. We are behind his restaurant, so you want to get all the scales that you possibly can when you're doing this, because you do not want to eat any scales, especially when you're gonna leave a fish whole. So these are gonna stay whole, and we are gonna cook these. We're gonna deep fry these whole. We're gonna make a platter. That's the plan. I was trying to see how we're gonna cook this stuff, how we're gonna present it to YouTube, but we're gonna make a platter. We're gonna make whole fried, and then we're gonna do some fillets in foil paper with some veggies and butter and seasoning and all that good stuff. And we're gonna have some fillets fried. Maybe make some fish tacos, maybe throw in some shrimp from Cesar's restaurant, and that's it. So that's already done. Now the only thing that's left to do after descaling this fish, I had already, remember when I took out the insides in the river? So it's already nice and clean. I'm just gonna make some slits so it can fry up very nicely. All the way down to the bone, I'm gonna cut on both sides. Same thing, what you do to one side, you do to the other. Just like algebra, for the ones that know what I like to say on my videos when I'm cleaning fish. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So, like I said, I'm gonna do these other fish, and I'm not gonna go through the whole process over and over again, but this is it. And then right now we'll go inside, get some better lighting, and clean the other fish, and then we're gonna start the cooking process. All right, so now we're inside the kitchen. We just finished cleaning these fish over here, and we're behind Cesar's. We're in the back of the kitchen. Cesar's not here, so we're gonna act boss today while he's gone. So let's get it. We're gonna start filleting this one right here. We're gonna fillet the bass. I'm gonna use my sharp fillet knife. And wish me the best of luck. So I'm going to, I wish I can show y'all a little better, but here, let's start. You know what, let's do it right here. Maybe on this side. There we go. So we're gonna start filleting this bass. I'm just taking it straight to the top, all the way down to the tail, and then all the way up to the skull or the head, and I'm rubbing against the bone. I'm rubbing against the bone. Just a nice simple fillet, nothing too crazy. Yep. Get all this beautiful white meat. We have the staff right here behind us. Diana's out here. She's what do you do here, Diana, here in the kitchen? What do you do here? ¿Qué es lo que haces aquí en la cocina? So Diana, she is one of Cesar's helpers here, and she cooks and she takes orders and stuff like that, you know, when people want to come in here and feast. So we're almost done with this slab. So, ¿sabes cocinar de todo, Diana? Sí, de todo. She says she cooks everything. So, we're taking off one slab. Look at that. Look at that white gold meat. Look at that. You're cooking chicken? ¿Estás cocinando pollo?
Sí, sabe cocinar pollo también.
We're at a seafood restaurant and they're cooking chicken. Estamos en un restaurante de mariscos y están cocinando pollo. So y'all make chicken here? También venden. Es personal. Yeah, es todo. So they're cooking for themselves right now. Some good chicken on there on the grill. So let's continue the filleting process here. So yeah, just bring it along the bone all the way down to the tail. And just scrape along the bone. It gets a little harder for me whenever I get to the other side because I don't have much leverage as if I was doing the other side, right? With the bottom, because it's already kind of flat. But we're still gonna do it, look. We're still gonna do it. You wanna fillet around the rib meat right there. See how I just kind of curved around the rib meat? And then we're going to cut down here and cut around the rib meat so we don't have no rib meat. There it is. There's our two fillets. This is the carcass. It's gonna go in our scrap junk thing. And then we are going to finish the filleting process. Look at that fat fillet. Look at that beautiful bass fillet. So we're gonna fillet the rest of the bass and then we're gonna start preparing the way that we're gonna cook them. All right. Woo, baby. Haha. Bam. Right. All right, so we're gonna start cooking. Cesar's gonna help me for this process because I need a little help so we can hurry up and get this done. And his recipe is good also. Very good, very delicious. So we're gonna start putting some butter on the fillets. And we're individually making each little slab of fillet by itself. He's putting, I got more butter here, Cesar. Yeah. So he's gonna cut up a little bit of tomato. I'll get the garlic ready. And the garlics, I'm just gonna leave them whole a little bit, but I'm going to squish them. But I'm gonna leave them whole because I like to eat the garlic.
You can do the garlic or tengo uno. You can buy this at HEB, it's real good. Like if you want to blacken it, they sell them at HEB, it's called blackened.
Like a Cajun?
See, you can blacken your fish also.
Oh, we'll season it up, brother. We'll do it. We need seasoning, so we'll season it up for sure.
I like to use that. That's very good, delicious. And you can use it for shrimp, for fish, for everything. You sell it at HEB, spicy department.
We'll put a little bit of cilantro just so it can get a little bit of the flavor. And what else we have? Oh, you got the onion already. We got the butter. We season it up.
¿No le vas a echar garlic?
Yeah, I already put some.
Yeah. Okay. Ese nomás pónselo por arriba. Échale suficiente.
Anyway, it'll all distribute evenly. That, and what are we missing, Cesar? Pepper.
Lo que quieras echarle.
Just a little bit of spice. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I know what else we're missing. Just a little. Yeah, just a little bit, just so I can get a. So this is what it's looking like.
Yeah. I'm gonna close it up and.
You want me to completely close it?
Completely close it.
So it can like just like this, right?
Individually do each one,
Yeah. You know what? This one I'm gonna do it a little differently. I'm gonna season it first. Season it too on both ends. So this one we're gonna season the fish first. Blacken
seasoning.
We're gonna put the butter. Perfect. Same same thing that we did to the other one basically. So a little bit of this. You got it, yeah. A little bit of cilantro. This is like a Hispanic style. We call this chile tomate cebolla. Basically, it's pepper.
Simple.
Yeah, it's simple. It's pepper, onion, tomato, a little bit of cilantro. That's what gives us the flavor. You know, the kind of flavor, the type of flavor that we enjoy, that we eat a lot, us Hispanics. So this is a great way for the ones that don't usually cook your fish like this. Prepare it and try it. Trust me, it's gonna give you some good flavor. And this is very healthy. Why? Because it's grilled. Yeah, the butter has a little bit of butter, but you know, you'll survive. So this is ready to go. I don't know if I'm missing anything on this one.
No,
So, Cesar, what are you doing right here?
Yeah, we're already starting to fillet the black bass. Estamos haciendo estilo chicharrón.
So he's making it chicharrón style, which is basically he's gonna fry it. He's gonna batter and fry it. The fillets that I cut, he's cutting them, but I like the way that he cuts them. He cuts them down at an angle, and the bite is just a lot better. It's a lot more tender. Very enjoyable. We'll do this last fillet. So check this out, everybody. I did not show you, but I got the egg sacs. I got 2 healthy egg sacs out of these bass, and we are going to batter it, or we're gonna roll it in some seafood mix that Cesar has here, as well as this, and then we're gonna fry this stuff. So we have some grilled fillet, and then we have some whole fried chicharrón fillet, which is basically fish fry. And we're gonna do the same thing with this one. We're gonna fish fry this. This is the egg sac. For the ones that have never eaten egg sacs, bass have these big egg sacs, and if you get them, I recommend you try them. And we're gonna show you how we're gonna do it. So basically, Cesar, you're just gonna do the same thing with this. So check it out how he's rolling it in the. Let's put it over here in the light, so we can show them. So this is his seafood, the seafood mix. You can put that here.
There's no light batter.
It's a light batter. It's not thick at all. That's what I like about coming to his restaurant, because that batter never overpowers your fried fish. And that's very important, because you want to taste the fish. You don't want to be eating thick batter. You know, all this breading. It's not good, man. You want to taste the natural fish. So we're gonna wait for the oil to get heat up a little bit, but we're basically cooking nuggets, just like Cesar mentioned right now. That's what I didn't put.
Con a little light butter. Digo, con la maseca that we use. It's just a light batter. It's just, you want to taste the fish. You don't want to taste the. I hate going to places where the breading is real thick and. Y es lo que no quieres. These are perfect. But these are gonna come out quickly because I didn't make them real thick, so they can come out fast. Para que salgan golden brown. They're gonna come out golden brown.
Golden brown is when you know they're done.
Yep. We're gonna leave those for a few minutes. Just a little bit, not too long. Let me wash my hands. Déjame agarrar una.
So right now we're in the cooking process. We already showed y'all how we prepared the grilled fish in foil, individual fillets in foil with garlic, butter, lemon, Cajun seasoning, chile, tomate, cebolla, aka translation in English is pepper, tomato, and onion. So we have that going on, and Cesar has the nuggets going on over there. The fish eggs, the fish sack, and the nuggets going on over here. And we still don't drop these right here. These are going to be the whole fried. Cesar, do you season this or no? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and season the whole fish. And this is why I like to slit it. I want to show you why. Check it out. Because you can actually put some seasoning in between and get some good flavor of your fish. Because if you don't make these slits, first of all, it's not going to be as crispy, and you're not going to be able to get any seasoning in there. And this is going to enhance it a lot better. So everything's going to have this Cajun seasoning. It's a Fish Market blackened sea salt and smoked paprika from H-E-B. For the ones that are interested, you can buy this at H-E-B and you can try it for yourselves. I've tried it before here at his restaurant, and it's a super delicious flavor. Oh, it's good for caldo. It's good for seafood soup. So this is whole fried and seasoned right here. This right here, we're gonna do a little something different with this. I'm gonna remove the tail. And I'm gonna make steaks, fish steak. This is just to show you another little style of what you can do. Fish steaks, look at that. That's why they're called fish steaks. Check out that steak. Beautiful fish steaks. And we're gonna fry it as well. I'm gonna take off this piece. I don't like this piece for my steak because it does have a little bit of bone, and I don't want that. So we're gonna take this off. We're gonna throw that over there. We're gonna cut our final steaks off of this fish. This is a fat, healthy fish, and it's delicious. These steaks are, look at all this meat. That's gonna be super delicious. We're gonna feast, everyone. One thing that I say, what I've always said, if back in the day the kings ate good, we eat better.
Look at that color. The catfish nuggets, these are the eggs right here.
The black bass nuggets.
Yep.
We're gonna finish seasoning our steak, and everything's already prepared. Everything's prepared and ready to rock and roll. Los steaks. Here you go, Cesar. You're gonna do a light batter with the steak as well, which you can always do that. You don't have to light batter it, but it is delicious as well. So why not? Do a little taste test. Super delicious. Now let's enhance it. Check this out. Put some lemon. Put some Valentina, the Mariscos Valentina. You gotta have your hot sauce. You gotta have some type of sauce. I'm telling you, the kings wish they ate the way we do. All right, so check it out. This is our grilled fish. Look at that nice little butter sauce that it formed that we're gonna be able to enjoy it with. And this is our steak. Mark in the kitchen, right? Now I'll put the lemon. Put a little bit there. All right, everyone, this is the end result. What do you think, Cesar? Are you happy with what we did?
Ya no me falta comer.
The only thing left is to eat.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Woo. All largemouth bass that we caught fresh in the Rio Grande River out here in Starr County. Now we're at Cesar restaurant and we're gonna feast. Check it out. Woo! Everyone, this is it. This is the end of our fishing day, of our fishing adventure with Los Canaleros de 956. And what a way to end it with my good friend Cesar. Man, Cesar, you always treat us. You always treats the hospitality that he offers, not just us, but anybody that wants to come, is amazing, everyone. He's welcoming. Bring your own catch if you want him to cook your fish. If not, don't bring nothing but a good appetite because he has plenty of fresh seafood for you all. Look at this beautiful plate. All bass fish. This is my plate. This is the eggs. This is the grilled fish. This is the nugget. And this is the whole bass. And we built up quite the appetite fishing today. We're gonna do a little taste test, but the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste test the egg sack to show you all how edible this is. You do not want to sleep on this. Do not pass on this. Just a little bit of lime. And that's all it is. That's the way she goes. One thing I do want to taste is the grilled fish. Oh, look at this. Look what they just brought us. Diana just brought us this delicious rice. Check it out. Everyone, this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment.
Grilled fish.
Leave a comment and let us know what you thought about today's video. If you really liked the video that we made for you all, let us know. Comment away where you're viewing from. I want to know where you all are viewing from because maybe and perhaps on our next video, I'll give a special and shout out to some of you all. Just comment away, let us know where you're viewing from. Bon appetit. Cesar, thank you again.
Anytime.